When did your husband's female friend finally cross the line? My husband Matt has this friend from college named Brooke. They've been friends for 12 years, way before I came along. At first, I thought it was sweet that he had close female friendships. Shows he respects women, right? Brooke was always texting him. Nothing obviously flirty, just random stuff throughout the day. Memes, work complaints, asking for advice about her dating life. Matt would always show me the messages and laugh about her latest drama. I tried to be the cool wife who wasn't threatened by female friends. When Brooke moved to our city last year, I even suggested Matt help her find an apartment. I wanted to support their friendship. The first red flag was when she started calling during our dinner time. Every single night around 6 p.m., right when Matt and I were eating together. She always had some urgent crisis that couldn't wait. Her boss was mean, her landlord was crazy, her car was making weird noises. Matt would put her on speaker, and we'd both give advice, but I noticed she only seemed to hear what he said. Then she started showing up unannounced, always when I wasn't home, which she somehow always knew. I work late Tuesdays and Thursdays, and suddenly Brooke needed help moving furniture or fixing her computer on those exact nights. Matt thought it was just coincidence. When I brought it up, he said I was being paranoid and that Brooke was just going through a hard time adjusting to the new city. The boundary crossing got worse. She started buying Matt personal gifts for no reason. Expensive cologne because she thought his current one was too boring. A fancy watch for his birthday that cost more than what I spent. When I mentioned it made me uncomfortable. Matt said she just had good taste and was being generous, but she never got me anything, not even a cheap candle or card. Last month, things escalated. I came home from my book club early and found them on our couch together. Not doing anything physical, but Brooke was crying and Matt had his arm around her, stroking her hair. She was telling him about her latest breakup, saying she wished she could find a man like him, someone loyal and caring who would never hurt her. Matt was eating it up, telling her she deserved better and that someday she'd find her perfect match. I stood in the doorway watching this intimate moment between my husband and another woman in my own living room. When they noticed me, Brooke jumped up and started over-explaining why she was there. But what really got me was Matt's reaction. He looked guilty, like I'd caught them doing something wrong. If it was truly innocent, why did he look like a kid caught stealing cookies? The final straw came 2 weeks ago. I was sick with the flu, running a fever, and barely able to get out of bed. Matt was supposed to pick up my prescription and make me soup. Instead, he got a panicked call from Brooke. Her apartment was flooding and she needed help immediately. He actually asked me if I minded if he went to help her instead of taking care of his sick wife. I was so shocked I just stared at him. This woman has a dozen other people she could call. Her parents live 20 minutes away. Her brother lives in the same complex. But she called my husband, and he was ready to abandon me to run to her rescue. That night, while I was lying in bed with a 102-degree fever, Matt spent 4 hours at Brooke's place helping her clean up water damage. He came home at midnight, exhausted, and went straight to sleep without even checking if I needed anything. The next morning, I found out the real truth. My neighbor Kelly saw Matt leaving Brooke's apartment complex that night. But here's the thing. There was no flood, no water damage trucks, no other tenants dealing with flooding, nothing. Kelly said she saw them through Brooke's window having wine and dinner, laughing together like they were on a date. While I was home alone, sick and needing my husband, he was having a romantic evening with his friend. When I confronted Matt with this information, he finally admitted that Brooke had lied about the emergency. She was lonely and just wanted company. But instead of being angry at her for manipulating him, he made excuses. Said she was struggling and needed support, and that as her friend, he felt obligated to be there for her. I asked him point blank, if your sick wife and your needy female friend both need you at the same time, who comes first? He couldn't answer. That silence told me everything I needed to know. I gave Matt an ultimatum that day. Either Brooke stops being part of our lives, or I'm done with this marriage. No more late night phone calls, no more unannounced visits, no more emotional support that should be coming from a therapist or actual boyfriend. Matt chose Brooke, said I was being controlling and that he wouldn't abandon a friend just because his wife was insecure. So I chose myself. Filed for divorce last week. Matt's been staying with his brother, probably telling everyone that his unreasonable wife couldn't handle him having female friends. But I know the truth. The line got crossed the moment he prioritized another woman's wants over his wife's needs. And it took me way too long to see it.